We're talking touring. First thing we're going to talk about today is getting ready to gig. Lots of bands don't spend nearly as much time practicing their songs, practicing their set lists as you might imagine. I'm talking even some big bands. The set list, if you go out and see the biggest, most successful bands in the world, more often than not, they have a little bit of a formula, and it's called start big, end big. If you don't have a whole lot of hits, I would suggest you get your big home runs to the end of the set. When you're starting off, I want to drill this into you. Don't be precious. Get in front of people. If it's not quite your audience, accept the fact that if you keep playing and if you're great at what you do, somebody's going to figure it out. Ultimately, you build to a place where you're putting on your show 100% of the time. Because it brings up the big question of the day. Where are we going to play? Everybody starts in their hometown. You get born into your hometown. You don't get to pick that on the way in. Do I need to move from a big city from a little city? It's a big commitment moving away from your hometown, but it's one you're going to have to think about. The big center of gravity for the music business is LA, New York, and Nashville. One of the most important pieces of your live touring business is for you to get out of the role of playing agent or manager. The most important member of your team when it comes to touring, beyond the manager, is your agent. It allows the band guys the opportunity to just work on things like practicing in their set list and getting things right.
Similar to how you do it when a band is big, when a band is young too, you go out, you look for the anchor dates, and then you try to fill in between. And you grind, and you grind, and you grind until it happens.
Finding a great agent is like finding a great wife, or a guitar player finding a great singer. And when you find a good one, you want to stick with them. Very few people, they all have kind of a romantic notion about what goes out on the road. There's nobody I can think of that could more accurately and colorfully speak to life on the road than the gentleman I'm going to introduce you to right now. His name is Eddie Kircher, and preparing them for life on the road. What would you tell them? And I'll say that on two levels. As a band, if you're talking to a band, and if you're talking about to somebody that wants to be a professional, that working with the band on a tech side.
To make it right, to be creative, and to be fun, you have to be very organized chaos, if you can understand that saying. It's got to be organized to the teat, but it's got to be chaotic enough to be creative and be fun.
Keep your humanity, keep your respect, be a professional. It's okay. You don't have to be a drug addict throwing TVs off the roof. That never added to the creative process. It just added to the drama.